Hello everybody, and welcome to another full Nova Zero cast. Daily play is what I like to call it. And this is the GRS. I will be playing some Natural Selection 2 tonight. I'm in kind of a bit of a quandary right now because I really wanted to stream some Assassin's Creed 3, but considering that my recording device for that doesn't seem to work very well with XSplit, I'm kind of stuck on just PC games right now. So you know, whether or not you'd rather see Assassin's Creed 3 or if you'd rather see Natural Selection 2, it doesn't really matter. I actually recorded some Assassin's Creed 3 on our YouTube channel, so please check that out. It's more or less my first impressions of the game, and I'd really like to record some multiplayer, but again, I'd rather do it live, so I don't really know what to do about it at the moment. I'm kind of thinking of overhauling my computer. So that might be different. But anyway, so let's get into it. I should mention that I am not very good at this game. It's kind of a tough game, and you know, if you think otherwise, then you definitely need to check yourself. Okay, so they've already improved the server selection since the last time I played, which was like a scrolling just nightmare. It was absolutely terrible trying to get through it. Rookie friendly, that's what I like. So I need to join games that are quote unquote rookie friendly, that have those green, bright green symbols on there. I've been told to just be friendly with people, and I'm probably not going to communicate too much through the chat or anything, but I've been told that you know, just being friendly with all the people in the servers and stuff, you know, you can get a lot further, a lot faster by asking questions and stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, but you know, so I've always had sort of mixed reactions about that. So sometimes I meet really friendly people who are very willing to show you the ropes and you know, teach you and have them, you know, take you on as their protege. But it's sometimes you also get the people who are like, you know, I don't know why you're in this game. Why don't you just get out and go, you know, do something completely different? Go play another game, for that matter. But you know, it's just sort of the nature of the game, I suppose. Now, I've been a little concerned about the loading in this game, so I switched it back. I should have mentioned this earlier. So I switched it back over to a windowed mode, or it's a full screen windowed mode, and I noticed a long time ago that it seemed like the loading took a long time in the windowed mode. So I thought they had fixed it, and I figured I could just guinea pig it for a couple minutes here and see if it works or not. But we'll have to see what happens when we get to the assets part of it, because that was where, or pre-caching part of it. This is it right here, because that was where it took forever. So it looks like it's going to take a long time. I'm going to have to quit out. We'll do some quick. We'll do a quick restart on this. Just going to give it 2 seconds here to see how fast it goes, because I remember it takes a moment to start to get in, and then kind of zips through really fast at the end. Okay, still waiting for it to zip through. Okay, now it's going pretty good. The performance of the game is not too bad though, so can't say I'm too disappointed. Hopefully I can get on the Marine side. There is always too many players on the Marine side, so I am eternally stuck on the alien side. I guess that's okay. It never seems like I can get on the Marines, though. I really want to be on the Marines. I've never really been too much for an alien type of guy on any of these games. Like, actually, that's not true. I used to play a lot of Aliens vs. Predator, and I love being aliens on that. Kind of understood how that game worked, for the most part. Alright, so right now I am a, what am I anyway? I'm a skulk. And skulks can climb on walls, they can go through vents, and then other than that, they really just have this kind of primary attack here. that doesn't do, it does a decent amount of damage, but it tends to be difficult to actually kill anything with it because you need to run around so much. And I would say, on average, just one Skulk versus one Marines is probably a bad matchup. You're better when you're in numbers. This is kind of why I'm trying to stick with these guys right now. So I figured they may, you know, even if we're all in the noob server here, what these guys probably know more than I do. So I'm just trusting their judgment right now. Oh, I thought we could, I get a little better at my climbing skills, so I believe I need to just look up when I want to go up. And look down when I want to go down. And for the most part, kind of use that, that jump button. Here's a Marine. Catch up with him. Try not to make too much noise. Okay, where is he? I think he's not even shooting at me. Oh man, he got me so fast. Alright. My controls feel a little sluggish. I don't know what's going on. I feel like we need to check out the, quickly check out the options for our mouse sensitivity. This feels like it could be slightly higher. Just a little bit, not much. Okay, that's feeling a little bit better. There's some sort of like a weird, I don't know, it's hard to explain. There's like a weird pull on the, on what's going on. I don't know if it's the streaming. Streaming's never really affected my real game before, so I don't think that's the problem, but something just feels a little bit sluggish. I don't know what it is. It's not really sensitivity, although the better sensitivity does definitely seem to be helping me out quite a bit. How many resources do I have anyway? So I have 32 resources right now. Looks like we don't have a lot yet. Hopefully our commander's okay. I won't subject you guys to my learning how to be a commander like I did last time, which was really just major boner. That was really just awful the last time I played this. I cannot say I know how to be a commander yet at this point. I will continue to try to do that. In fact, I think I'll try and just boot up a, my own game and then play around with the controls a little bit, see what I can do, and then hopefully I can learn how to play as a commander, because I do believe it's probably one of the more interesting and fun parts of this game. Now, I will say that I didn't understand a lot of the mechanics of the game until I actually tried being a commander for a little while, and it actually I felt a lot more comfortable with the game once I tried playing around with some of the controls. Where is everybody? Is anybody anywhere? Let's take a look at the map here. So we got one skulking around here. Oh, okay, it looks like we're over here. The map, by the way, is very useful for getting an idea of what's happening. But now I know that the commander has the ability to heal aliens on the fly. It has the ability to create like clouds of stuff. Okay, so I think the strategy with the Marines when you're attacking them and you're a Skulk is to basically try and move around as much as possible. So stay away from their guns. Just make it really, really difficult for them to shoot you at any one point. Looks like we're doing quite a bit of damage to this thing. Alright. Alright, so we took down the power node. And I'm just trying to move around a lot. Yes! I got a kill! Oh man, I have gotten very few of those. Oh, now I have vision. Okay, so now I should be able to see a little better. Do I get that after getting a kill, or did we just recently upgrade? I feel like we just upgraded. This coffee is, I think this coffee is pretty good, but I ruined it with some skim milk. That was a terrible, terrible decision on my part. So I put some 2% in, and I looked at it, and it was like floating. There was like all these little white things floating around. I don't know where I'm going, by the way. And I was like, that doesn't look right. That doesn't. I don't think my coffee is supposed to look quite like that. So I decided to take it back. Oh, can I go up here? Oh, check that out. It's a vent. So I decided to pour the rest of my pot into some skim milk, and that didn't look quite so bad. But yeah, it was kind of gross at the time, so I decided to retreat on that. Oh my gosh, there's like 4 of them here, but I might be able to do some damage. I got one. Yeah, well, that was a massacre. Oh man, I can't believe we pulled that off. So we had I'm already forgetting what the name of it is. We had one of these fades come in. He's got the monster claws, and was able to do quite a bit of damage because of that. Alright, come on, we can take this power node out. Don't want them to start getting this thing. Alright. Oh, get him, get him. Oh, somebody finally got me. I was able to actually sneak in a couple of kills, though, when we did that massacre. That was pretty good. Strength in numbers, though. I always believe in strength in numbers in these types of games, so always stick by your group at all times. Feeling a little more, I'm actually feeling a little more comfortable with the Skulk, and it might be because we have a few upgrades now, and I realize I probably should be using, I can't go through there. I probably should be using more of the controls to my advantage, like I can almost like fly around using the walls. I need to get used to the maps though. And now I also have a sweet vision thing, which I'm not totally sure what the advantage of it is. I'm sure I can probably see humans through walls or something. I'm sure there's some advantage to it. There we go, I got that thing. Well, I got a little bit of points for that. Oh, I hear something going on over here. We probably want to keep upgrading. I mean, I should probably upgrade my guy at this point. So now we're in the human base. We're definitely doing some damage, but I'm gonna take a moment this time to upgrade my guy on my next spawn here. Mostly because I don't really. It seems like we're winning pretty well. I don't see a reason why not to spend the money. I have 68 resources. Not quite enough for an Onos, but I can definitely get an upgraded Fade, which is pretty good. So let's go with that. Should only take a minute to evolve. Can I admit I actually haven't tried to Fade yet, so I might not know exactly what I'm doing here. Let's see how we're doing. It's hard for me to tell like what's going on as far as like progress is concerned, which I kind of have a problem with, but like I'm not sure if we're actually doing well or what. It becomes obvious sometimes, like if we're winning or not, but do I have the top score right now? I do have the top score. It's amazing. My, oh wait, no, there's one guy. Oh, the commander's above me, so I guess he doesn't get a score.
New trade available.
Try and get in here. This thing is down. Okay, this thing is down. You probably want to take out their extractors. Extractors are kind of the lifeblood of the game. Since, oh, now we got the guy down here. Just wanted to make sure that we're getting that. Okay. Now we can actually build our own harvester, although I don't know if it's going to probably take a moment for our commander to actually get creep up here. Or whatever it's called. I don't remember if it's called creep or not. I might just keep calling it creep, though, because that's what I'm used to from StarCraft. StarCraft obviously uses a lot of creep. Now, I don't have any other weapons, alternative weapons, but I do have this crazy move. Oh, okay, so I already took down a guy. I can probably start doing a lot of damage here to the command station. I don't know if that's a good idea, though, because there's probably better things to get. Okay. Just trying to get in and do a lot of damage. Okay. I feel like I was starting to get the idea of it, but didn't quite execute well enough. Now, if I can't get another one of these guys, then I'll gosh, this is how new I am to the game, is I don't remember all the names at all times. Yeah, I was thinking if I could get a Fade again, then I'll get it, but I don't have quite enough money for that, so I'll just go for a Gorge on this one. The Gorges are really good for building structures, but they also have some pretty sweet long-range attacks, so that's why I was going to go with that. We'll see. Yeah, I even have the third key ability, which I don't believe you get right away. You only get it after upgrading a little bit. Can I get up there? I don't think I can. Doesn't look like an ability I have, unfortunately. It looks like we've tried to wall off this passageway pretty well, so that was probably a decent idea. This is my primary attack right here. It does sort of like a repair cloud as well as this thing, and then I can also make a Hydra anywhere, which costs me a lot of money. Doing a lot of damage. Oh! I shouldn't have rushed in there like that. It seemed like we had the advantage with the amount of guys we had, but unfortunately I didn't do very well on that. You can see we're making our way into their base, but it's sort of slow going right now. Now I believe these invisible-looking things means we're literally invisible as soon as, or at least hard to see for some of our Marine friends to get in there and actually do some damage. We've pretty much taken it over to this area. I don't know why we haven't gotten this harvester though. That confuses me. Not too familiar with this ability. What is that? This? Oh, I did not survive that whatsoever. I'm a little glad I didn't spend any resources now. So even while you're inside the base, you're invisible. That's amazing. So we have two abilities with our skulks here. Now we have another thing we can build. I imagine a lot of these things are like, because I keep getting pop-ups here. I'm just kind of curious, like all these things that we're getting. Not really that interested in being alert. It can almost be a Fade, so I'm just going to stick with the skulk for now. I'm so fast now, too. We must have upgraded that as well. Oh, and I still don't know the map very well, so I keep getting lost. Looks like we have sort of a little mini battle down here. Just gonna check that out. See what's going on down here. Ah, man. Yeah, I need to find a group and stick with them, because I was finding early on in the game I was actually getting quite a few kills and points by sticking around with other parts of the group. I feel like that's probably the case in most of the time. That was some bad lag right there. Alright. Okay, I swear every single time I start to get lost. Get lost before I know what's going on. Okay. I'm a little confused why we haven't taken advantage of this area, but it looks like we're about to, because we've got a cyst right here, and these cysts start to spread growth around, so you'll see now that we have growth in this area, and we can start to make that harvester pretty soon. Oh, man. Some guys on the other team are actually not doing too bad. Major Boner, I believe, has the majority of his kills from killing me. Really doesn't say too much at this point. Okay, let's see here. I think it freezes up a little bit. I do believe it freezes when there's like transition over to from me watching somebody else to actually getting in the game, so that wouldn't surprise me too much. It looks like we got a couple Marines coming in to try and assault our base, so I'll probably check that out.
Structure is under attack.
Well, this is taking a while, though. Oh, so now I can do like a little fast forward kind of thing. Interesting. What was that? This is a guy that actually creates stuff for the planes, it looks like. Alright, so we prevented that from happening. We also have no-nos now. Now we're pretty well assaulting the Marine base. I'm just trying to do what I can. Oh man, which isn't very much. I literally haven't gotten any. Literally have not gotten any points for the longest time. It looks like our rival commander is a first-time commander, so that's to me that's totally fine. You know, if we're playing in rookie servers here, we might as well play against first-time commanders. Gives us all a chance to actually get into the game. Whoa! I may have gotten a little too far in. Yeah, got a kill. Oh man, and probably getting a little too aggressive now. We need a no-nos or
Our hive is complete.
or a couple of fades to get in there and do a little bit of frontal damage. Ono seems like he can probably tank it pretty well. Oh, that's not good. Yep, I tried to retreat on that one, but did not quite come out very well. Oh my god, just a lumbering beast. That guy is dead. D-E-A-D, dead. You got something going on over here? Oh yeah. They put a Put a little power thing there. I don't know what that was about. But we definitely don't need that.
Structure is under attack.
I certainly don't need to do a lot myself. I'm really just waiting to get some good resources, and then I can jump in with like a fade or something and start doing some damage again. But I guess at this point I've probably done the most damage with my with these guys, the skulks. For a minute there I thought I was starting to memorize the map, but then I got all turned around and I had no idea what I was doing. Got a nice little defensive wall here. Actually pretty impressed. I mean, at this point we've won the game essentially, because we have most of the most if not all the map except for, you know, their place right here. So now I'm starting to understand a little better. I can since I can jump around really well. This feels a lot more like the aliens from Alien vs. Predator. Oh, they have those flamethrowers, and the flamethrowers are just cooking me down. And now we have several Onoses. What's Oni? What is the plural for an Onos? So many guys right here. So you may have noticed that we're spawning right, like literally right in combat, and that's because we're getting our eggs hatched like right near the base, so we're able to get in there into combat without walking around very often, very much at all, really. I'm trying to get this thing, whatever this is. Ooh. There's a few Marines right there. Waiting for like an Onos or something to get in there. Start tearing them up a little bit. My main hope right now is to just do a little bit of damage every time I get in there. Looks like we got a couple of Onoses. They just keep going back and they heal and then they come back in. That's a really good. I think that's really smart. I'm not too familiar with all that yet. And I forgot isn't there a projectile weapon? Yeah, there is a projectile weapon for the for this guy. I'm sure my commander is getting pretty pissed off. Oh, auto balance mode enabled. Everything got kind of wonky there for a second. I think we have a lot more aliens on this side now. Let's see if we can get the armory down. I might be able to cut this thing down pretty well. We've pretty much won the game at this point. Doing my part. Yay! It's funny, I had one of my friends, I instructed him to go and start watching Walking Dead already, because he was way behind on all the episodes, so I just got a little pop-up from Steam just saying, like, I just shot all those dudes, and it took me a moment to remember what he was talking about. I don't want to give it away, but it's somewhere in season 2 that he was talking about, and it was a pretty good. I remember that was a pretty good part. All right, now maybe I can get a little Marine time in, since I still haven't really played much of them since I picked this game up. I can't say I've really minded being aliens. I kind of like the idea that I'm learning them a little bit. They're definitely fun, and I don't have a problem with playing as them, but it's just like I kind of want to be Marines, man. The loading screens taking this long just is a little much for me. And as far as I know, there's no way to escape out of it. I like that you can press space for more tips at the bottom. That's kind of neat. Press your Z key to ask the commander for ammo, health, or orders as a Marine. That's cool. I never would have known that. Start a server in explore mode to learn about the game and maps. Well, I guess while I'm waiting, so Assassin's Creed 3, I've already given a lot of my impressions on it in our first impressions video on YouTube, and I honestly think that is that's going to be a pretty big game this year, but probably not as big as Ubisoft is hoping it will be. It won't be as big of a splash, that is. Not to say it's not a big game, it really is a big game. And it's actually really awesome. But I don't believe the splash that gives is going to be, it's not going to outpace like Halo 4 or Black Ops 2. And, that's just really sort of my general impression right now, looking around at the sort of the landscape. Everybody's attention's already onto the next game. And, let's see if I can't get it on the Marine side this time.
Build structure and waypoint. Objective completed.
Alright, so now we're on the Marine side.
Build structure and waypoint.
I'm going to be building things. Everybody can build things. It's not like the Aliens where you have to be a certain race to build stuff, which I think is pretty nice.
Objective completed.
Marines, I mean, that's what's neat about it, though, is it's sort of like StarCraft in that everybody's, each race is, there's only 2 races, I understand, but each race has their own little nuances to them, and I think that is kind of neat. I don't want to get too far away, so I'm just sort of waiting to see, like, what the next mission objective
Stop
is.
saying you need help. Okay, thanks.
Oh,
Okay.
man, my bad.
Hopefully that's not me.
Well, I think it's me anyway.
So,
Build structure and waypoint.
realize that you guys are probably going to hear a lot of little voice chats and stuff going up. My hope is that I'm not voice chatting, or else that would be really annoying.
Upgrade complete.
Objective
There we
completed.
go. That's probably when I want to pay attention to any sort of aliens coming in. Good, we got an extractor already. It's always good to see. I don't think you're going to stand right now, buddy. That's what these hatchets are for. Alright, that's 2 down already. I'm trying to take down all these whips before they get grown. Oh, I finally got killed. Did a lot of damage to him though, so that I didn't think that was too bad. Oh, we don't really have a lot of guys on either team right now, but yeah, it's kind of nice to just get in there and start doing some damage early on. Alright, where are we at here? It's like the area I need to get to is over here.
F4.
Change teams through F4? That is really bizarre.
Complete.
I find that very strange,
Here at
actually.
C12. Secom, cover me.
Oh, okay, we're going this way.
Here come. Move to C12.
Can you guys stay in double res for a bit so I can get phase gate?
Okay.
Alright, so we're gonna stick around and try and get a upgrade on this.
Command station under attack.
Oh, command station under attack. I hope we're good back there. I think we're
You
gonna
probably
try and
disrupt.
stick there.
It's just one. That guy should get it eventually.
Command station
Double
taking
check and
damage.
see if,
Build structure and waypoint.
oh!
What?
Well, that wasn't so good.
Why did we just lose?
I have no idea.
Well, that was a terrible chain of events there.
Probably because everyone doing that.
Alright, well, I don't know what happened there. I think we'll try one more game then. Jeez. I was not expecting that at all. I hope we get a commander alerting us to that sort of thing. I think that might have had something to do with, it might have had something to do with, having guys, like, not enough guys on one team or something.
Build structure and waypoint. Proceed to waypoint.
Proceed to waypoint. I was a little bit worried, and I'm just gonna take 1 second to double check, but I had a feeling that maybe we'll just put voice all the way down just in case, but I had a feeling that voice was I was talking to everybody by accident or something, which I don't want to be doing right now. Let's see. Mass acceleration, raw inputs. Wiki mode. I don't see any voice setting actually, so that's kind of weird. Raw input, I'm not really sure what that is. I think raw input. We need little hints here just to tell you like what all these things are. Anyway. I have shown
Build
you
structure and waypoint.
Where is that waypoint? Oh, it's this way. This thing up, whatever this does. Observatory. Oh, okay. That's probably. I imagine this probably builds out some sort of observatory thing. I should probably activate my voice. I think I just turned down voice for everybody else.
Objective completed.
Let's get that about half up so I can hear people once in a while. And so it's not extremely annoying. Oh, we got a fight breaking out down here. Let me see if I can make my way down there in time. Stay alive, stay alive.
Trying to head to Nano, guys. We gotta get fat.
It's nice to see who your commander is in the actual voice chat. Oh my gosh, it's
Proceed to
creepy.
waypoint.
Oh my gosh, we got ambushed. There was like 5 of them right there. That was insane. Insanity, even.
Oh, get that.
Was not expecting that whatsoever. I can't get anything in the armory yet. I don't know if it's because it's not researched or if I don't have enough credits, but it doesn't look like I can get
Build
anything.
structure and waypoint.
I'd like to help out with this, try and get it going a little faster.
Objective completed.
Okay, so I see that we have a, at least some sort of structure going on down
Your
here.
base is under attack.
I think I'll turn around and we'll see if we can help that out.
Hey guys, head over right here if you can. Skylights.
Yep, I can definitely see that was, that's a little contested right now.
Your base is under attack.
One should go through and help out Nano Grid though, so they don't die.
Soldiers are under attack.
Yeah, I'm chasing a alien right now. I don't. He's trying to pull something on us. So I'm just sort of tailing them right now.
Proceed to waypoint. Proceed to waypoint.
Alright, we got this guy down.
Look out, there's a here for you.
I'm a little afraid of them coming out of the fence or
Sensors are under
something.
attack.
Alright, so they're telling me to move down this way. Oh man, that's gonna hurt.
Sensors are under attack.
I'm getting healed right now though from the commander, so that works out for me. Oh, I did not see him. I didn't realize he was there until the last minute. That was pretty bad. Oh, am I going to be switching teams automatically? Because that will be kind of lame. I have to say, I'm pretty worried that I've been talking to everybody this entire time. That would be extremely lame. Just going to check and see here. We have use microphone is left alt. Public chat is return. Oh, so that's just talking to people.
Well, if they're magical, if you could.
It doesn't look like I'll be getting back in unless I switch teams. And to be quite honest, I don't really have much interest in doing that anymore. So I'm just going to cut this short. I think we hit about a 50-minute mark or so. But in any case, thanks very much for watching, guys. I'm actually fairly, I guess if I could just talk about it for 2 seconds before I go, I feel like Natural Selection 2 has a lot of competitive potential, and it could actually be a pretty damn fun game for seeing people actually like get into it in a much more competitive way. And I feel like it's actually already there amongst people who have been playing this game for a while. But obviously, those people are going to need to do a great job of bringing in their friends, people who haven't played the game yet. You know, keep vetting it out really well. Make sure it keeps getting balanced really well. I think it's pretty balanced right now, to be honest. But just keep, you know, keep spreading the word out, which is, you know, I think I could say that for pretty much any sort of game in this of this type where it's multiplayer focused, and it's definitely dependent on how well every single person on the team does, at least to a certain extent. It really depends on a lot on whoever is the commander versus who is, you know, there's probably only needs to be like a handful of people on the actual team that are doing well from that standpoint of actually like shooting and everything, but. Well, anyway, thanks very much for watching, guys. If you are watching on YouTube, since I don't believe we had too many views tonight on Twitch, but if you are watching on YouTube, I will remind you that we broadcast nightly around 8 o'clock, and try and play something different about every day. But I will also be uploading a what I call our Indie Spotlight, trying to revive that a little bit, and playing Hotline Miami, which is a fantastic indie game. This is an indie game too, by the way, and I hope you guys will check that out. But in any case, thanks very much for watching, and I hope you guys all have a good one.